lot of times, even recently, we're getting a lot of questions on policy. I want to have a new law, a new executive order, and a new regulation, and those are awesome and great, and we're happy to help them. And frankly, a lot of New York City, New York State's got them, and they're doing great with them. But you don't need a policy. You don't need a piece of legislation to make a data-driven decision-making part of the way you administer your city. Because even if you did have a great policy, but no leadership to enforce it, it's going to fail. It's going to fail. You need to have the people that care, and you need to have those decision makers say, "Show me the data." If you can, and that's how it happens. It starts trickling down because then people start asking questions. Why is it so hard to get this from the tax department and the assessment department? And that's how you get started with show me the data to support our policy decisions or actions.
Some of our conversations with agency leaders starts with, we come in and they say, well, give me some big data. Okay, well, why? What are you trying to do? Well, my CIO, the mayor, says we need big data. We need big data. Okay. No. Back up and think through, the art of the possible. How are folks using? There are enough case studies out there again today, as I mentioned. How are people using big data today to achieve, better business outcomes? What are my key requirements in use cases? And sometimes the key requirement in use case that will get you momentum is not the one you think of. Understand what your current capabilities are, your current data assets, and move iteratively.
Where we see cities define success with big data, open data, and my data, and I want to put those in overlapping categories. In the beginning, it's usually about efficiency. Good old-fashioned, you spend so much damn time trying to find the data, now I can find it quicker, now you get stuff done. That's the early stage in all of the cities that are using data programs. It evolves over time, and even to the, some people just don't want to take a picture and go home. Sometimes transparency is the objective of the elected official, so sometimes even that. Announce a program and take a picture, that's the definition of success. I don't personally think that's a good one, but that's their business, that's how they want to define their own metric. I would say the best metric is when the data helps the government achieve its core function. Data is not this external thing that you come up with number of data sets or number of megabytes. That's, I think, a misdirected measure. It's an easy one, but it's misdirected. It should be, how well are we actually performing our work? Am I helping folks live vibrant, productive, and safe lives? Which admittedly is hard, but that's the business of government. If you can't do that even without data, then you're probably not a very good elected official or public servant. And so, from that perspective, you got to understand what are we trying to do, and frankly, that may change.